गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 ॐ वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम, सुप्रभातम्। We will chant the first 2 shlokas and then proceed further. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukrinkarani, मूढजहीहि धनागमतृष्णा कुरु सद्बुद्धिं मनसि वितृष्णा यल्लभसे निज कर्मोपात्तं वित्तं तेन विनोदय चित्तं। भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डुक्कृञ्चकरणे। धन आगम तृष्णां जहीहि, हे मूढ़, is the call given by Acharya Shankara. And we also discussed the importance of knowledge, power and wealth. Very interestingly, we see the creator Brahma is wedded to Saraswati, where knowledge is important for creation. Parvati, the goddess of Shakti, is wedded to Shiva for any destruction, and very important, destruction when it comes from Bhagavan Shiva, it is constructive destruction, not like how man makes. Man makes is destructive destruction, whereas Bhagavan, it is constructive destruction. Wherever evil has to be overpowered, the energy is very important. Shakti is very important. Therefore, Shakti is wedded to Shiva. And very interestingly, Mahalakshmi is wedded to Vishnu, Bhagavan Vishnu. For sustenance, wealth is required. And Vishnu is the Lord of sustenance. And therefore, Mahalakshmi is wedded to Vishnu. So our Puranas are also very beautifully presented to us. Coming to Mahalakshmi, it's a very interesting thing. Money never stays with one person. It keeps moving. Constantly, continuously moves. Isn't it? There is no more trying required because it is all of our experience. You keep a 2000 rupee note in your pocket, in your purse. What happens? For some time you don't feel like breaking that note into smaller denominations. But all said and done, one day it has to happen. Once you break that 2000 rupees note, you don't know when you broke, you don't know when it happened, it disappears. Where does it go? From my pocket to somebody's galla or pocket. And can he retain that 2000 rupees? No. He will again give it to his supplier. Like that you find money never stays with anybody. Therefore, Param Pujya Gurudev used to beautifully say, don't run behind Lakshmi, she will never stay with you. Then run behind Narayana. Wherever Narayana is, Lakshmi is there. So, don't run behind money and wealth because it will never stay. Point number one. Point number two. Of course, there's one more interesting point one Acharya pointed out. I found it very interesting. Therefore, I'll share it with you. Mahalakshmi is Mahavishnu's very heart. She stays in Mahavishnu's heart. Of course, the picturization is that one Kamala comes and then she sits in a Kamala. But basically, she is in the heart of Mahavishnu. Therefore, it's a very interesting point. Of course, conveniences change. It seems money has to be kept in the shirt pocket. It should not be kept in the pant pockets in the front or back, it seems. Because they are all Ashaucha Sthanam. And therefore Mahalakshmi would not like to stay there. So she will run away very soon, it seems. If you keep it near to your heart, she will remain there for some time at least. This is a very interesting point I picked up from an Acharya. Coming back. This is a very interesting point, isn't it? We are so much obsessed with having money. The whole world. Is it not? Now we will have to analyze a little further. Yesterday we spoke about the importance of money. While we spoke about the importance of money, we also mentioned money is universally important because it exchanges value for requirement. For survival, for sustenance, for maintenance, etc., money is required. At the same time, we also have to analyze the other side of the coin. What is the other side of the coin? Now we will analyze what money cannot give. We fail to understand this. Therefore, we are obsessed with money, wealth, property, etc. We will analyze what money cannot get. There are three very important points which we have to analyze how money can be useless. Any amount of money you have, it can be useless. Reason, very interesting point, be very attentive, because this has to go into our subconscious level, it should go. Only then we will understand. How important it is to understand what money cannot give, you will understand only after the conclusion of that. Every one of us feel, if I have money, then I am done, I am fine. Now see, three things. The first point which we have to understand is money cannot give happiness. First and foremost point, money cannot give happiness. I am repeating it to make the emphasis very clear. How? Let us analyze. Money is that which works externally. Money is that which works externally. It gives, of course, conveniences, comforts, etc. for the comfort at the physical level. When it comes to comfort at the physical level, there is no end for asking for comfort. Think. Earlier, I was walking on the streets from one point to the other point. Then I found it a little difficult. In fact, there are a lot of such videos that comes in the social media. Somebody is walking, he looks at the person who is cycling and he feels, I wish I had a cycle. I would be able to comfortably go and reach my place, my office, my work. Then somehow he takes probably a loan. A poor person, therefore he wants to get a cycle, he has to get a loan. He gets a loan, he takes a cycle. 6 months he is very happy. I am being very liberal. When I say 6 months, I am being very liberal. Then what does he see? He sees his own colleague coming in scooter or maybe moped, if you want to slow down the process. Moped. Then the person who is riding a moped will be looking at a person who is riding a scooter. And the scooter fellow eyes a bike. And the bike fellow wants a four-wheeler. And the four-wheeler fellow wants a bigger four-wheeler. And that fellow wants a SUV. And we have people who have even got airplanes, private airplanes. Look at the range. Now, the question is, are these people who have got the higher communicative comfort, are they really happy? Think. As and when you get something, it is a very very short period that we are happy because we have suffered in the previous condition, even that is only that is actually not suffering. It is my thinking that I am suffering. A person who was walking on the road, if he is eyeing a person who is riding a cycle, but why not he see a person who doesn't have two legs on the other side of the road sitting and begging? This is nature of the mind. Therefore, we see happiness is a state of our inner mind and not the state of physical body and the external comforts. Here is a person who is lying down under the tree. Peacefully he is sleeping, snoring away to glory. Sound sleep, sound for others, sleep for him. There is a story, very oft quoted, well known story. I am sure all of you will know. But at this time it becomes very handy for us to understand. Therefore I will tell the story. A man is lying down under the tree and he is sleeping. Another person comes, wakes him up. Why? He is sleeping in broad daylight. He wakes him up. You fool, you idiot. In broad daylight, you are sleeping. So he woke up, sat down and asked, what should I do? You are healthy. Go and work. Why should I work? You will get money. What will I do with that? Everything I have to tell you. If you have lot of money, then you don't have to lie down under a tree. You will be able to get a beautiful house. You can construct a house. Then get married. Maybe 1 or 2 children you can beget. Then he said, money is required. You can bring up the children very well, educate them very well. And later, they will become one very important icon in the society. You can make them a very, very wonderful, educated person in the society. Then what? After you grow older, they will take care of you. You can peacefully sit in your own room and sleep properly. He asked, what am I doing now? I am sleeping most comfortably. In fact, I don't require anything to sleep comfortably. For that same comfort what I have now, I have to struggle so much. Now think. Now this doesn't mean that all of you should not work or something. Don't extend the example. Example is always to communicate a particular idea. If you drag, it might be a disaster. Example is only to communicate an idea. We as an individual are always happy. We are at peace, but out of our own demands, our own desires, we step up to become more and more happy. Not understanding our own true nature, which is happiness itself. We are Sat Chit Ananda Swarupaha. From that wonderful state, we step out looking for happiness from the world of objects. And for gaining that, we require money. The moment you use money and validate objects as the source of happiness, take it for granted, you can never be happy. Therefore, happiness is an internal condition of the mind, has nothing to do with the externalities of life. Therefore, money cannot bring that happiness. Second point, if money can give me happiness, It must give the similar kind of happiness, uniform happiness, consistent happiness to everybody equally. Think. Now let us suppose I have a 100 rupee note in my pocket and the other person has got a 2000 rupees note in his pocket. And a third person probably may be a billionaire or a millionaire or a karodpati, lakshadipati. You can take the normal figures. Lakshadipati. Now here is another person who comes and gives 500 rupees to all of them. Now think. 500 rupees equally to all, but look at the happiness derived by each and every person. Me having only 100 rupees, 500 rupee note should increase my happiness 5 times. And definitely it will add happiness to the person who has a 2000 rupee note because 25% extra. But think of a person who is already a Lakshadipati. For him, 500 rupees note will not give happiness. Instead, he will look down upon a person who gives him 500 rupee note. And what to talk of the rest? Amount being the same, 500, each person's reaction varies from person to person. Therefore, money by itself cannot give a particular kind of happiness uniformly and consistently. Therefore, happiness again cannot be in money. Money is again a representative of material. Money is a representation of material wealth. You think of any material wealth. It can be a simple chair. In public places when you go, there are so many chairs, similar chairs are put. Everybody come and sit. One person feels very comfortable, the other persons keep moving in the chair. Think. So problem is not with the chair. Problem is with the person who sits and his mental condition. Why to talk of public places? Even in your own home, you have a beautiful sofa set. And there are people who come and visit you. That is why you have the sofa set. Is it not? There are conditions where sofa set is not very good. It might be an old sofa set. When you sit, you have no problem. Because it is your sofa set, you have no problem. But when some others sit in the same sofa, they feel uncomfortable because they have a better kind of sofa. Think. If you thus analyze money and things which we have, all of them are external things that may give comfort at the physical level and cannot give peace at mental level. This is second point. Third point in our analysis. All those who are rich must be happy if money can give happiness. All those people who are poor must be unhappy if money gives happiness. Simple logic. Right? But what is our experience? I see the poor people in the slum area. There are people who are very happy. They may not even have a chair to sit. They may not have a mattress. for lying down. They may not have a razai or a pillow to sleep, but on the stone they sleep so comfortably. And they enjoy being in groups. They talk, they dance, they sing. Whatever little they get out of what they earn, they eat. And they are happy. Always you have to put one asterisk mark, subject to their mental condition. That is always there. Now this applies even to the richer people. And the other side we have people. Now how many times we have seen there are such rich people, celebrities, who commit suicide. Think, the main owner of Coffee Day, what was shot? He went. Think. And most important point is, in spite of having so much of money, there is so much of pain in the mind that they cannot buy happiness. It is not available in the store. You may wonder, you may go and ask in the store, sir, can you give me 1 kg of happiness? Happiness is not something which is available in kgs or meters or liters. Think. Therefore, what's our first delusion? The first delusion, that is why it is called Maya. What is the first delusion? Money can give happiness is the first delusion. And what is the derivation? Money cannot give happiness. Right? It may at best improve my comfort, but many times improvisation of comfort itself may be the cause of pain. Think. Why? The moment the comfort is increased, I want more comfort. The moment I want more comfort, this comfort which I already have got becomes uncomfortable. So acquisition of comfort is also acquiring pain and suffering. Think. Therefore, first analysis is money cannot give happiness. First delusion. The second delusion, money cannot provide security. Most important. Why do we want money? We want money to be secured. We want money to have a very secured life, a nice home, then family, and then all that which is required so that we can live a comfortable life. But can money give security? Same logic holds good. In fact, the more money you have, the more insecure you are. Earlier, you are sleeping peacefully in a single bedroom house or a 2-bedroom house, and with one probably a Chetak scooter, Bhaja Chetak scooter, bending, kicking, going to office, coming, and then peacefully living. Then slowly what happened? You wanted more money. We will give the benefit of doubt that you got one Karnataka, example only, Karnataka state lottery, 1 crore you got. My God, jump joy. Some people get heart attack. Is it not? Jump with joy, and then you go for a bigger house, and then you purchase one beautiful car, one extra car for the wife, then maybe a bike for the son, etc. you buy. And the bigger bungalow you have, the moment you go into a bigger bungalow, the first thing is you want to have one security at the gate. Think. Why do you want a security at the gate? Because you are not sure that it will remain. You feel so insecure that thieves might come inside. Think. So you keep a security. But you are not sure about the security. So what do? One CCTV camera you keep to watch the security. Think. Earlier I was peaceful. Now what has happened? I am in pieces. Think. The more and more I add wealth, the more and more I am insecure. And today, we also see very wealthy people, they have bodyguards. Why? They are not sure. Someday somebody can come and shoot him. Or wealthy people are scared about their children because they might be kidnapped for some ransom. It becomes a never-ending story. Think. Everybody thinks, if I take one policy, insurance policy, I will secure myself. What guarantee? Think. I am not here to condemn insurance policy. Don't bring a defamatory case on me. I am telling you the fact. Yogakshemam vahamyaham only when you pay premium. Is it not? And that too when after you kick the bucket, your kith and kin will get the money. Think. And insurance companies have their own way of making sure that you don't get your money back. While clause after clause, subclause after subclause. In case you have this, then you will not get the money. In case you have that, then you will not get the money. Medical insurance people. In case you die out of diabetics, then you will not be able to claim the money. In case you have a BP problem, that will be written like, in the cigarette packet. Cigarette smoking is injurious to health. Even Bhagavan cannot read that. Even binoculars, you have to go closer and then increase the size. Think. Those clauses we won't even read. We want one insurance. The insurance agents are meant for that. They are paid for that. They will come and they will glorify their insurance company and then sign. You will sign. Why? You get carried away by the way the insurance company agent presents the idea and you feel very secure. Only when something happens you will understand. Sir, how can I give that money? You did not read the clause properly. Neither he told nor I read. Then what has happened? All my money is gone. For what? Security. Think. May I please repeat, this is not to defame insurance company. This is not to condemn them. This is the practical fact that which is happening. Therefore, money cannot give security to us. Right? So, second delusion. Now the third delusion. What is that? We think money can give me satisfaction or contentment. Is it ever possible? Is it ever possible? How can money give me contentment and satisfaction? Money can only increase my demand. Money not just increase, it multiplies my demand and desires. Think. Therefore, this my explanation is not required. All of us are experiencing. Therefore, money cannot give happiness. Money cannot give security. Money cannot give contentment. Now, if money cannot give happiness, money cannot give security, money cannot give contentment, then what is money for? The fundamental question will come. Swamiji, you are a sannyasi. Therefore, you don't understand. What do you know? You come to our ashram. You will understand how money is important. First of every month, my rent has to go to the owner. I cannot say money is not important. First of every month, my workers have to be paid. So I will not jump to the conclusion of saying money is not important, but in case we rest our assurances on the money for giving me happiness, for giving me security, for giving me contentment, then we are wrong. So money has to be utilized for its purpose alone, and we should not depend on the external factors for our internal joy. And the major cause for our dissatisfaction in our life is when we rest our inner happiness on the external things and beings, example, money. Then, most important point which we have to understand is, then what is money? Why do we require money? What is it that I have to do with the money I have got? Now, we don't talk about the basic requirements of a personality. Every person, दाने दाने पे लिखा है खाने वाले का नाम. Bhagavan takes care. In case I don't get food properly, that means my prarabdha karma does not have allowance for food. That is also my own karma phala. You want to know more about karma? Watch that law of karma video which is there in our YouTube channel. Everything what we have and everything what we don't have is karma phala. What we do with what we have a choice. Let me repeat. What we do with what we have is a choice. But what we have is prarabdha karma that has come to me with what? Because of my past karmas. The present is the product of the past. What I do in the present with the knowledge and experience gained out of my past will decide my future. Therefore, intelligence is given to me to mold and frame my future. So what I have, I must judiciously use to ensure my future. Money is required. Yes. For what? Dhanam dharmartham. Shastra says, Dhanam dharmartham. Dharmika karma sadhanam dhanam. Money is required for me to perform dharmic actions. In the Shastra, it is called as yajna. This yajna is a very, very, very potent word which cannot be translated rightly in any other language. Such a beautiful content it has got. Yajna is that performance of, in those days it is yajna yagadi karma. Today it can be any social activity, that is also yajna. Param Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji started Gita Jnana Yajna. Many people misunderstood initially that they will perform homa and they will perform havana, and therefore people called up and asked him, Swamiji, you are performing Gita Jnana Yajna? Yes, today evening from 6:30 it will start. Come. Everybody came with ghee. Some brought samit. Think. I am dramatizing. Think. Yajna is not only homa havana, yajna has tremendous power. Dharmika karma is called yajna. In those days, the whole village would come together with whatever they have, either their produce or whatever they have collected materials, and together they would come and perform a yajna for common cause. Agnaye idannamama, agnaye swaha, varunaye idannamama, varunaye swaha. Agnihotra was done. For what? For Varuna Devata to be pleased and give rains. When there is rain, the crops will come up. When the crops come up, everybody will be benefited. It was a common cause. Putra Kameshti Yajna was done. Putra Kameshti Yajna, I am talking of those days. Why was it done? For begetting a putra. In today's days, immediately the political parties will start one dharana. Why not putri, etc. It is a different topic. We will deal with it differently. We have already dealt it when we spoke on Tattva Bodha, and we also spoke on Success Chalisa Sadhana Panchakam. It is there in YouTube. Please check. Putra is required for Vamsha Vriddhi. For what? To continue dharmic activities. Dharma has to be protected. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. For that sake, putra kameshti yajna. Again, for what? Not for the sake of putra, for me. Not with that attitude. The attitude was, putra is required so that he can continue the good work that which the father was doing. Therefore, money is required. Dhanam is required for what? Dharmika karyam. Think. And in the Taittiriya Upanishad, there is a beautiful presentation. Avahanti vitanvana kurvana kshiram vasagam simamagavascha annapani cha sarvada tato me shriyamavaha yomasham pashubhis sahasvaha. For the sake of vittanvana, with means wealth. Avahanti, it is performed so that it will help the world. Dharma karanartham eva. Second, dhanam is required to take care of the infrastructure called a family. And what is the family? Family is the infrastructure used for performing my bounden duties. Panchayajna was prescribed. What is Panchayajna? Devayajna, Pitriyajna, Brahmayajna, Manushya-yajna and Bhuta-yajna. Again for what? To perform activities of all these kinds, again for dharmika abhivruddhyartham. Therefore, never mistake money for personal use. Money is always for service activities. Param Pujya Gurudev used to say, if money cannot give you happiness, give it away. What is required for me to live peacefully? Limited. Have them. If you are earning very well, a little more comfort also is permitted by the Shastra. Shastra never say, if slum people can survive, you can also survive in the slum, go and live in the slum and give away the money. No. Please don't misunderstand. Use your money for requirement plus little comfort. But to have 345 dress in the wardrobe, pushing it inside, don't have place to keep, having 762 chappals, that is not called for. Think. We will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.